My name is Domingo Manuel Romero Miranda. Yep, that's my full name. Don't wear it out. I was born in the Philippines, August 19th, 1985, at Makati Medical Center. I'm part Filipino and part Spanish. I do apologize for the crude drawings here. Anyways, we remember the beaches in the Philippines, and it was just so beautiful, so lush and so vibrant. It was amazing. Unfortunately, though, at the time, me and my older brother were only there when we were 3 years old. So there was also an uprising that happened. The People Power Revolution happened, so there was a lot of wars and strife. And our mom and dad decided that it wasn't the right place to raise us, so then they decided to move to another place, and things got hectic. And basically what happened was we flew to Canada, where we could start a new life. So me and my older brother were just on the way to Canada, and we were pretty excited about what was happening there, and we didn't know what to expect. So we just were figuring out what was going on. We lived in several different houses before. As you know, my father is a mechanic and my mom is a nurse, or a care aide as you call it. So I also do the same work as my mom now. But yeah, it was just pretty intense with how things have gotten. And when I was younger, I had ADD, and kids thought I was pretty weird. I didn't know about it at the time because I thought it was just different from everyone else. And then these experts at school basically diagnosed me as borderline retarded, and it was just pretty shocking to my mom. When my mom found out about this, she was just very, very shocked, and she just knew that it just wasn't true. So what happened was, when that diagnosis came apart, it was about 8 years later that this whole thing happened. We basically just moved to another part of town called Surrey, BC. And what that was is that it was very hard because I was big for my age. I was made fun of for my weight, and it was just so hard to cope with all of that stuff. But you know, something inside me just made me feel so sad, and I just wondered what did I do wrong? I just don't recall ever doing anything like that. So it was pretty tough. So my mom and dad decided to move to another place so that we wouldn't be subject to this abuse again. So we moved to a place called Chilliwack, where it was just lush green and farm and just beautiful scenery all around. And we did most of our growing there. So it basically was an amazing experience to go to a new school. But the thing about this new school in Chilliwack is that everybody was so welcoming there, besides all of the bullies that I faced in Surrey, and it was just terrible there. But here, I just felt happy. I just felt so energetic and so alive. And in 2006, I discovered this site called YouTube. Yes, YouTube. My brother was basically browsing on the site one day, listening to music videos, and he was just able to find other things where people could upload their own stuff, and I just thought it was pretty cool. But at the time, I didn't really know what else to do. So I was wondering, what should I do on YouTube, where I basically learned how to use editing software myself, and then I found this thing called a YouTube Steam, and I talked to a guy named Andrew Mania. Unfortunately, he doesn't have an account anymore. He and I just discussed, what should I do on YouTube? And then Andrew was saying to me, do a collaboration. And I was just like, what kind of collaboration? And he just says, an interview. And at the time, I didn't know what interviews were, so I basically had to come up with something cool. And what should I name it? So Andrew gave me the name Interview with a YouTuber. And that's how it came to be. It's how it originally started, with a Steam. And then the name was pretty long, so then I just made it shorter. I made it iWay. And basically, I just started off really well. And in 2013, iWay is still kicking after a little bit of setbacks. And you just made everything so good and so awesome that I just can't really pull away myself from YouTube after so long. So I just have to say that my life's just beginning, and I owe a lot to you and to YouTube. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate all of you, and also I have an exploding donkey.